Are you ready to be blown away by the most delicious and scrumptious chicken casserole you have ever had on this planet? I am not exaggerating. This is the best thing you've ever had. My husband says it's more delicious than anything you've ever had in a restaurant. And we've had our share of restaurant food, so when he says this, that means it's really delicious. So there you have it for a real review. I hope you give it a try. It's amazing. And the nice thing about it is that it's so filling that you will actually have leftovers next day, so you only cook once for 2 days. Who doesn't love leftover food? So for this recipe, we'll use 4 chicken breast halves, and we will chop them into bite-sized pieces. So about 1-inch size pieces. And in the meantime, we're gonna make our condensed cream of chicken soup. If you have it canned, you can use that, but if you don't, this is a substitute for it, so it's pretty easy to make. So we heat up 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're adding 1/4 cup of flour. Just cook it for about half a minute to a minute or so. Make sure you don't burn the flour. Then we add 1 cup of chicken broth. And again, whisk it really well so it gets nice and creamy to break up any clumps that you may see there. So just make sure you give it a good mix. And then we're adding 1/2 cup of whole milk in parts. So go slow, add a little bit and then add the rest and keep mixing it up until you get a nice creamy texture. Now we're adding 1/2 cube of chicken bouillon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground celery, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Basically everything's half, so it's easy to remember, and some ground black pepper. Give it another mix and it's all done. Set it aside and we're gonna continue on with our casserole assembly. So I'm just seasoning the chicken with Italian seasoning and salt and pepper. Give it a gentle mix and then we're gonna fry it in some butter. Now just let it cook there so that it gets nice and golden brown on pretty much all sides. It'll take about 5 minutes or so. In the meantime, I'm gonna wash 1.5 cup of long grain rice, which we're gonna add to the chicken. I'm putting 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2.5 cups of chicken broth. Give it a gentle mix and we're gonna let it simmer covered for about 5 minutes. Until that simmers, we're just gonna get ready the broccoli. Breaking it up into little florets. And we're adding the broccoli to the meat mixture. And give it just a gentle mix so that the broccoli is incorporated with the rest of the ingredients. We're gonna cover it up and we're gonna let it cook for another 7 minutes. Now make sure that your rice is cooked, so just have a taste. And it should be done. We turn off the heat, cover it up, and we just leave it on the side for another 10 minutes or so. Now we're adding our cream of chicken soup, sour cream, milk, garlic powder, and some dried thyme, and 1 cup of grated cheddar cheese. Give it a nice gentle mix. Don't go too crazy because you don't want to mash all the rice and the cooked vegetables. So give it a gentle mix, and then we're going to pour it into the casserole dish. At this point, you can either refrigerate the casserole, you can leave it overnight and just pop it in the oven the next day, or you can just pop it in the oven now. So you can make this ahead of time and you can just leave it in the refrigerator, take it out for 30 minutes, let it sit at room temperature, and then you pop it in the oven for an extra 10 minutes. Top it up with another cup of cheddar cheese. And of course, the cracker topping, which gives the scrumptious finish. All you need is 1 to 2 cups of crushed crackers, depending how much of the topping you like on your own casserole dish. 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. Again, depends how much crackers you've used. I kind of eyeball everything, but it's about 1.5 cups of crushed crackers with about 2 heaping tablespoons of butter. Once the butter is melted, make sure you don't burn it. We add the crackers and we give it a good mix. And we're taking it over to the casserole and top it up. Make sure your oven is turned on and preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We cover it with foil and bake it for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes are up, we're going to remove the foil and let it bake for another 10 minutes to get that crunchy golden top. Now you can garnish your casserole dish with any kind of herbs you like, parsley, dill, chives, but it's optional because it's so tasty it doesn't need anything, trust me. We remove it from the oven and let it sit for about 10 minutes or so before we dig in. And that's pretty much it. It's a very filling dish. I hope you give it a try. It's amazing. Please let me know how you like it and make sure you subscribe for more recipes. Subscribe now and make sure you join me on my cooking journey of delicious, family-friendly, quick, easy, and tasty recipes. And hit that notification bell button so you will never miss out on my new recipes, because every family deserves a tasty meal. And as always, for more tasty ideas, make sure you check out my other videos, and I hope to see you again soon. I'm gonna go eat now. I'm starving.